I don't know if you've seen it or not, but the other night I was watching the bucket list on the telly, and it got me thinking way back in time to when I used to be on Facebook and how people used to want to do these things and go here and see this and do that. And they spent all of their time taking photos of it while they were there, sending them back to Facebook. And it got me to thinking at the time that I thought to myself, do you know what? I don't want a bucket list. It wasn't my kind of thing. It didn't appeal to me any way or the other. And as I watched the film, I thought it seems a very nice idea, but not one I wanted to put into practice. Well, yesterday I was looking on Facebook, as you do, and I saw this video come up on my homepage, and it was about a reverse bucket list. And I didn't have a clue what a reverse bucket list was. And so I clicked on the link and watched the video, and it was brilliant, taught me so much that I didn't realise. And it was by a guy called Clive, and his channel was Level 50 Lifestyle. And I'm going to put a link to this video down below because I think you ought to watch it because it is absolutely excellent. And he is far more eloquent than I am when he's talking about it. Because I don't know about you, but I feel sometimes like I'm being left behind. I feel like the world sometimes is moving on in front of me. People are doing more than I am. But then again, I'm not really that bothered because I've begun to like who I am a while back. And I enjoy my life and don't feel the urge to feel that the big things are really important. If you've watched some of my videos, you will know that I talk about how we grow as people, how years ago things could have happened that got on top of us and we struggled through it and we worked our way through it. And now we're in a position to look back and see how far we've come. Well, on this video, Clive was talking about a thing called a reverse bucket list. And I didn't understand what it was at first until he started giving some examples. And those are the sorts of things that could go on your reverse bucket list. I watched his video and he asked the people who were watching the video to make a comment down below on what they thought would go on their reverse bucket list. And my reverse bucket list is not the things that you want, but it's the things that you've already done from back in your life. And I said on there that, to me, one of the things that would be on my reverse bucket list is that I'm proud of my two sons. They never brought any trouble to my door as they were growing up. And now, as I look at them as grown men getting on in the world and doing their thing, I'm so proud of what they become. And isn't that more important than perhaps climbing the pyramids? Isn't that more important than owning a Ferrari Testarossa? Do you know what I mean? Because those things have value, they're valid, and you can have those in your life. We all can. We've all overcome things that we should be proud that we've overcome. We've all done things in the past that you would have never in your life imagined you becoming. For me, I can remember loving football as a kid, and I never knew that by the time I was 40, I would be a director at a football club. Not a big professional full-time football club, but a non-league club in this country. And it was one of the joys of my life to see how it all worked and all it went back on. And I couldn't believe that I got there. There was me, no money, but willing to do the work, surrounded by a board of directors who owned businesses, had plenty of money. I looked in the car park and saw my old car compared to all their nice cars and just thought to myself, you know what, how did I get here? And that's what we all do. We learn that we do these things in our lives that we don't plan. Sometimes things happen in your life and you discover that there's strength within you that you didn't realize you had. And they're the kinds of things that would go on your bucket list. on your reverse bucket list, sorry. And then he talked about a thing called the anti-bucket list. And I thought, that's a strange one. What's that about? And he was talking about the day-to-day things that you do, the trivial things in life that are pleasing to you. And if you've watched my videos before, you are going to know that I often talk about a gratitude list. Whoops, dropped my book. I always talk about a gratitude list. And if you've seen the videos before, you will know I talk about keeping a journal and the things that you're grateful for. And I write them down one a day so that on the days when things aren't going well, I can look back and go, wow, that was good. Oh, I managed to talk to one of my friends that day. And you can remember that moment and think to yourself, wow, that was a good phone call. We laughed about this, we laughed about that, we talked about this, we talked about that. And that's the beauty of the anti-bucket list. Clive talks about that first cup of coffee of the day. And I thought to myself, yeah, he's got that right. He's got it exactly right. And so there was this anti-bucket list. Now, my wife has done a skydive. She did it for charity many years ago. And it's something that there is no way you would get me jumping out of a serviceable plane. It just ain't going to happen. And I loved it because Clive talked about that too in this video. He talked about an I don't want to bucket list. All the things that are out there that are available for you to do that you just don't want to do. And I thought it was great. He gave some fantastic examples in it. He gave examples of not wanting to run the marathon. You know, that kind of thing. And we all have those. Like I said, I have no intentions of jumping out of a plane any time. It's not on my list of things to do. But I'm just as likely to say that I'm not going to go swimming very far because I can't swim. It's just, I may learn to swim and then want to, but that would be something that's come along as I've gone on holidays or whatever. And that would be part of my reverse bucket list because it's not a goal for me in the future. If it happens, it's great. And if it does, it would feature on my reverse bucket list because I learned something new. And do you see what I mean? There are so many things out there that happen in our day-to-day lives and things that when you look back, you see how far you've come and the things that you've achieved. And you think to yourself, wow, can't believe I did that. You know, those times when you've got a weight on your shoulder and you just don't know what's going to happen, how you're going to get out of it, but you do. And that's the beauty of what I've discovered is a reverse bucket list. That's something I could hang my hat on. The anti-bucket list is another thing that I can hang my hat on. I haven't gone into depth about them, and I haven't talked about them much longer than I needed to for this video, to be honest with you, because what I want you to do is click on the link down below to Clive's video and watch him talk about it. And if I can't get you to do it, maybe he can. And if you click up there, I'm going to let YouTube pick a video that's just right for you right now. I'll see you next time.